Thank you for watching Halo's volunteer orientation. The purpose of this orientation is to learn about Halo and our services, as well as ways to get involved in the community by joining Halo's mission to ending childhood homelessness. Throughout this video, you'll learn about Halo, youth homelessness, and see if volunteering with Halo in the future is right for you. We at Halo are a small team, and we want to make sure that any volunteer feels comfortable reaching out to any Halo staff member, even if it's just to say hi. So here are some familiar faces that you will see around Halo, either in the Kansas City area or Jefferson City area. Now, let me share the mission and services of Halo. Halo works with children and youth who are either experiencing homelessness or at risk of it. The problem of childhood homelessness is such a daunting feat that Halo breaks it down to this. Halo's mission is to help one more child spend one less day alone. If we can make a positive impact on one kid's life, that is success. Halo is the foundation of a family for thousands of homeless kids and teens all over the world. We believe that love heals, and we need to be doing our part to put more love into the younger generation so that they can break the cycle of homelessness. We provide this foundation by our 3 pillars: housing, healing, and education. We have residential programs where we are a roof over kids' heads, but we go beyond a shelter. We not only give Halo youth a safe place to sleep, we teach them how to make their bed in the morning, how to be a good friend, how to take care of their body with nutritious food. All the little things that I know my parents and role models taught me is what Halo does for thousands of kids. Every kid that comes to Halo has a story to tell, but they often don't want to talk about it. Halo has found that therapeutic art provides kids with a safe place to purge painful memories and to share their stories. This helps them start the healing process without saying a word. Halo also connects youth with different services such as counseling and other programs that help them heal from their traumas. Halo puts homeless kids on a path to a positive future. We provide programming such as tutoring, professional development, scholarships, and overall support to prepare our youth for higher education. Because of Halo and everyone on the Halo team, from volunteers, staff, board members, donors, community members, Halo youth are able to defy the odds, leaving the at-risk label behind. Now, I'm going to share the history of Halo and why Halo is the way it is today. After becoming a world champion martial artist, Halo founder Rebecca Welsh, she felt empty inside, especially after working her entire life for this particular title. In 2004, almost 20 years ago, Rebecca went over to Honduras to volunteer in hopes to find her purpose in life. This is where she met a little girl named Daisy who was begging for water along with the other kids in the village. One day she brought balls to play with the kids, but they weren't super engaged. So the next day she shifted and she decided to bring coloring utensils. Through the paper and markers and colored pencils, the kids all started opening up to Rebecca through their art. Art is truly what sets us apart from other nonprofits, as it is in everything we do at Halo, which stands for Helping Art Liberate Orphans. When Rebecca came back from her trip, she told the martial arts studio in Lee Summit, where she was an instructor, about the kids. The adults were touched by the story, but it was the young martial arts kids that said, well, if there are homeless kids who need our help, we should do whatever we can to help them. And that's exactly what they did. They held a board breakathon fundraiser, breaking as many boards as they can in a certain amount of time to raise money. The first year, they raised $5,000. The second year, $40,000. And that is how Halo started, because of compassionate kids wanting to help other kids. Youth homelessness is everywhere, unfortunately, but throughout the years, with support from volunteers, donors, and our community, Halo has been able to reach more kids who need our love all over the world. Halo started off supporting youth internationally in Mexico, Kenya, and India back in 2005. Over the past almost 20 years, we have grown to provide services and support to kids domestically in Kansas City and Jefferson City, Missouri, as well as in Uganda. The first organization that Halo started with was supporting the education of children living at Lily of the Valley Home in Mexico. We now have Halo Homes and Learning Centers where we offer education and therapeutic services to youth. Since Halo is headquartered in Kansas City, Missouri, we work closely with partners who work directly and on the grounds with the Halo youth and families to make sure that we are aiding to provide true needs for the community as well as providing culturally appropriate services to our Halo kids. Similar to Halo's domestic locations, support and programming responds to the individual community's needs. In Uganda, we support a girls' home and a boys' home as well as a learning center for the community. In Mexico, we continue to support the orphanage with educational support. And in Kenya, we support 2 co-ed Halo homes. As Halo was growing, Rebecca and her team of Halo volunteers found there was a great need of support in the Midwest. Because of this, Halo now has learning centers and a residential program in Kansas City and Jefferson City, Missouri, one of the few resources for homeless children and teens in our community. The Kansas City Learning Center was Halo's first domestic program and began with satellite programming where Halo facilitated programs within different agencies and shelters. Halo Center's programs and services are designed to respond to the needs of the community. In Kansas City, we have found that a lot of shelters, agencies, and school systems need support for the homeless kids ranging from as early as 5 years to the early 20s. In Jefferson City, the Learning Center started off meeting the needs of high school boys with the Halo Boys program, but now has expanded into the schools and domestic violence shelters, reaching kids ages 10 to early 20s. Within a Halo Learning Center, we focus on healing and education, providing a safe haven for youth to come and learn a new life skill, have a meal, bond with a volunteer or staff member, receive hygiene products, and so much more. Some of our workshops that we have facilitated include art and life skills, where we use an art project to teach about different skills like respect or leadership or accountability. We also have a professional development program where the goal is to teach our youth how to secure and maintain gainful employment through collaboration with local businesses. Our Learning Center services and workshops are year-round, multiple times a week, and really focus on equipping our youth with life skills to promote healing and to help them become contributing members of society. Halo began providing housing after identifying over 130 high school females in the Jefferson City School District that were living in high-risk homeless situations. The Halo Girls Home in Jefferson City serves over 50 youth annually, currently only females and their dependents. In Kansas City, we did a pilot program in 2019 to see the extreme need for housing in the greater Kansas City area, which is why we are currently in the construction process of a girls' home and a boys' home, hopefully opening in the spring of 2024. A Halo home is meant to feel like just that, a home, which I hope you can see with these pictures. Youth come to Halo from a variety of avenues, from school counselors, caseworker referrals, children's division, foster care, or even self-referral. After completing an application, Halo staff works to decide if the youth is a good fit for the housing program and the community established within the home. Youth must exhibit motivation to succeed as they have to follow a structure to help them after their time at Halo. As a transitional living program, the youth ages 16 to 21 may stay in a Halo home for 18 to 24 months while working towards these particular goals. This may be a high school diploma, GED, college courses, or maintaining full-time employment. Just like a family, a Halo home goes beyond a roof. We work with youth on daily living skills like money management, healthy work-life balance, and so much more. It takes a village to support children, and that is why Halo isn't reinventing the wheel. We deliver free programming and services to awarded program recipients to bridge the gap of the many needs of Halo youth within our communities. By working together, we are providing homeless youth the physical and emotional support of a family. We can't end childhood homelessness on our own. And here is just a look at the importance of Halo programming in Missouri alone. In Kansas City, nearly 6,000 teens and young adults are in need of a place to sleep. Unfortunately, there are on average only about 33 beds available, making thousands of kids to find alternative places to sleep that is typically not safe. In Jefferson City, over 140 teens in the JCPS system identified as being homeless or at risk. The average cost of a youth aging out of the system in incarceration and welfare is $300,000, making it a full community problem that we are working to break the cycle. And babies born in Missouri with an opioid addiction has increased by 538% over the last 10 years, crippling our entire community. Another reason why we need to work together to put an end to childhood homelessness. Just like you, we are wanting to educate our community on the facts about youth homelessness. Many community members do not feel that this problem exists in their own backyard, but it does. And here are some stigmas and truths beyond these misconceptions that we hear a lot. One misconception is that most homeless youth are runaways and are choosing to be homeless. We have found at Halo that about 70% of young people are actually leaving home to escape some type of family violence, abuse, family breakdown, while others are kicked out due to their sexuality or beliefs. Another misconception is that homeless youth are not interested or invested in their future. And that, from our experience at Halo, many kids are open to those conversations. They are just in need of getting out of the day-to-day crisis mindset in order to think long-term about the dreams that they have. As a small team, Halo really works to be an 80-20 organization so that majority of the funding supports Halo programs and in turn, more kids who need our services. Here is a video about how Halo shows that love heals.
The kids who come to Halo are usually abandoned in some way, whether their parents are unable to care for them because they are addicted to drugs or they're incarcerated or they've passed away. So when they have to actually knock on our door, that's their way of saying that I'm by myself, I'm alone in this world, and I have no one with me. It's one of the hardest moments in their life, and that's why in that moment we have to start our work immediately. We come to them, we greet them with a warm smile, and we start to surround them with love. All of these kids suffer from the same sickness, and that is that they don't have enough love in their lives. And if we can surround them with that, then we're able to help them feel that they are surrounded by people who care for them and people who will be there for them in the long term. There are Halo centers around the world, and the kids come to the center from different shelters. The things that they've been through, sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, are so traumatic. And in order for them to heal from that, we have to get them to be able to express that and open up. Sometimes it takes a little time for the kids to break down their walls and to accept the fact that they can make a change, and they start to build the trust in themselves and in us enough to be able to make those type of choices. And that trust has to continue to build through the time they're living in the home. If you can get them to start to picture themselves a week, a month, a year from now, that's when you start to see their paradigm shift a little bit, and they're able to actually picture themselves being successful. Whether it's, they're getting their high school diploma or an application for college that they would have never dreamed of filling out before, and they get a job and they get a car. You just see a total change in their attitude. And to have them look back at themselves in the mirror and see something completely different than what they've seen their whole lives. That's when you start to see that cycle really break.
Good job, Mama.
It's just such a magical moment for them and for us, because they start to believe in themselves. And we're sitting there telling them that they can do this, they can do this. And we know it the whole time, but then when it actually happens, it's such a beautiful thing.
Guess what, guys? What? I passed my last class. I think the best thing about Halo is that they're just always there for you no matter what. They believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself, and no matter what, they never judge.
In order to give that kind of love to a kid, we have to have a lot of players involved, or else it just doesn't work. All it takes is someone to pick up the phone and call us, or to donate, or to volunteer to make a difference in a kid's life. Whether it's coming in and teaching them something super simple like how to eat at a table at a restaurant, or just spending time with them, or it's a donor making a decision to give, it truly does make a difference. Happy birthday to you. I had someone once tell me that we can only love as much as we've been loved, and I believe in that. So it's our job to surround these kids with love so that they can feel it and they can give it one day when they have families. And if they can learn to love, all the other things will fall in place. The reason we're all here is to give to other people who don't have. And that's what love is.
Halo is rooted in love and fueled by volunteers, all the way back to when Halo was founded in 2004. And here are just a few examples on how you and your circle or community can help one more child spend one less day alone. At Halo, we have a youth volunteer program called Club Halo. If you have kids or teens in your life that are like those martial arts students, you can join a Club Halo service night hosted at a Halo location. You can join online, or you can start your own Club Halo chapter to put your compassion into action. You can be a part of the healing process for Halo youth who come to a learning center in either Jefferson City or Kansas City. This might look like joining Halo staff at a workshop doing art projects with the kids, or it might look like talking with a Halo kid and just getting to know them. You can also bring your own expertise to a workshop, such as sewing, photography, financial wellness, and teach the kids something that you are passionate about. Our Learning Center programs typically last an hour and are throughout the day or night depending on the schedule and time of the year, Monday through Thursdays. For our residential programs, like in Jefferson City Halo Girls Home and our upcoming Kansas City Girls and Boys Homes, we are constantly looking for support since we are open 24 hours every day of the year, including holidays for the teens and young adults that we are housing. Some ways that you can volunteer in a Halo home is with meals around the table, or you can play with our little ones during our family nights so that the parenting youths can really focus on the different life skills that we provide, such as time management and how to apply for jobs. Just like in our own homes, these volunteer opportunities are endless to make sure our youth feel loved and supported. Another way that you can make a difference is behind the scenes. These roles are typically more flexible and some may be on your own time. If you are wanting to help with the operational side of Halo, these are great ways to do so. Every year we have numerous events that could use support either leading up to the event, during the fundraiser, or after. We could also use people's creativity with social media and other marketing tactics. If you like more mundane things, maybe you want to help us stuff envelopes while watching TV at home, or come into our Halo facility and help organize and clean and get everything set up so that it feels like home. There's a variety of ways to help either with youth, behind the scenes, or both. We also welcome groups, churches, schools, corporate groups to come to Halo. We have volunteer opportunities that your group can do either on site at Halo or even remotely if it's in your office or at your school or church. Here are a few ways that you can volunteer in your own space. In our Learning Center, we have power packs, which are filled with essential items such as shampoo, conditioner, school supplies, socks, toothbrushes, snacks, you name it, that kids can come grab at any time without any questions asked. Donations and packing these simple, discreet drawstring bags are always a need that we have for our learning centers. Halo has also found that meeting the basic needs of children helps them focus on healing process during workshops, which is why at every program we provide either a snack or a meal for Halo kids. You can help by signing up to drop off a meal or a gift card through our meal train. You can get a meal sent to Halo through More Than a Meal, or you can hold a food drive for non-perishable items that we can have on hand in our Halo pantry. At your work, you could host our Bloom traveling art display that shows Halo Youth's poetry about their stories to bring awareness to our community about Halo, the youth that we serve, and just overall youth homelessness. With this awareness, Halo staff would also love to come speak with your group or office about Halo as well. As art is so central to Halo, we go through art supplies all the time, from canvases to watercolor paints to color paper to glue sticks. All of the essential items that you would think of in an art classroom, we go through constantly. Organizing an art supply drive would continue to support our youth in their healing journey through art. And lastly, a great way to get involved is by collecting loose change to help feed Halo children all over the world. Our Change That Counts boxes are an easy reminder and way to talk about Halo while making a difference with every quarter. When Halo breaks it all down, it costs 25 cents per meal to fill the belly of a Halo kid. Being a change ambassador is a wonderful way to involve your children, family, school, church, friends, and just overall community. Now, if you have other ways that you are wanting to volunteer with at Halo, we would love to hear those thoughts. Feel free to complete this survey by scanning the QR code. Finally, the purpose of this volunteer orientation is really to give you a basic understanding of youth homelessness, Halo's mission, and just start sparking ideas on how you can be involved at Halo if you're interested. Regardless, the best way to stay up to date about Halo is by following us on social media if you don't already. Sharing posts, liking, and commenting, all of those things help bring awareness and will build our Halo team, which is a huge help. Our upcoming Halo events can be found on our website under the Events tab. And if you're interested in volunteering right away or in the future, the next steps are attending our mandatory 1-hour volunteer training so that you are equipped with the skills and knowledge to feel successful in any volunteer role at Halo. Then you'll complete and pass a background check for the safety of our Halo youth that you may encounter anytime at Halo. And lastly, you'll complete a Better Impact online profile, which is how you'd be able to locate and sign up for the variety of opportunities we have at Halo. Our volunteer orientation is not a commitment to joining the volunteer team. We just appreciate that you're taking the first step to learn more about Halo, but more importantly about the need to support homeless kids in our community and around the world. You can look up our next volunteer training on the Events tab on our website, or feel free to email me, Christina Cummins, at christinacummins@haloworldwide.org if you have further questions, interests about volunteering, or need support with the volunteer training. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, taking the time to see how love truly heals at Halo, providing the foundation of a family for children who need it the most. Thank you.